And we are back live for another post-match show following West Ham's comfortable victory over Sheffield United 3-0. Sorry for the bit of a break. Scheduling differences, me being out of town didn't really help things, but we are back now seeing West Ham into fourth place, and the lowest we can slide to following this Chelsea match potentially is fifth. As always, I'm joined with Irish Tommy. Mate, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, Chris. I can't lie. This is it's ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't it a bit mad? Like
just a bit.
Like, what are we doing? You know, we're we're supposed to be
lowly West Ham, always fighting relegation. 24 matches into the season, 42 points, sitting in Champions League places.
Yeah, it's
Chelsea just scored. Damn it.
Look, that was inevitable.
Yeah,
but only on goal difference.
Yes, we are,
fifth
John,
on goal difference. And as long as it's only 1-0 to Chelsea, there's hope that Newcastle can somehow get something. You know, one of those weird retard mistakes.
Yeah,
that happened that look amazing. So Newcastle could do something still.
Honestly, too, we're only fifth on goal difference. They're level.
Yeah. We're level on points with them, so they can't. Even Chelsea winning this game won't dampen my mood because we know they're going to do it. Sitting here, we've just had another win. We're in 42 points already, more than we managed all of last season.
Yeah, with 14 to spare.
I've got a nice blazing fire, hot cup of tea, Terry's orange chocolate.
I don't know what that is, but sounds good.
It's amazing. And it was a Valentine's gift, so it would be rude not to eat it. So yeah, nothing can dampen my mood, frankly.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I spirits are flying high at the moment from all corners of West Ham. Like I said, apologies for the kind of hiatus. Just things kind of came up, weren't able to do it. Kind of glad we didn't do the Fulham match. Sucks about Man United, or sucks about crashing out of the FA Cup, but we are fully focused on the Premier League now, and we're pushing for Europe, baby. We're pushing for a European tour.
Yeah, listen, we're not ones for getting carried away. You know, as West Ham fans, we're pretty level-headed, very grounded. So I say this with all seriousness, that we are now challenging for a Champions League place.
Yep. Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
And the next run of games that we have, let me pull up our next few matches here. Obviously, we have Tottenham on Sunday, then City on Saturday. And
what time is that game Sunday?
For me, it is 7 a.m., so I believe that would be noon for you.
Nice. Yeah. I am so ready for that.
But I mean, with Tottenham and Man City as our next two matches, those are 6-point swings. Those could be 6-point swings.
Yeah, well, look, we should be beating mid-table teams like Tottenham, really, at home.
Isn't it mad that we can say that now?
Yeah. I'm fucking this, Chris. I'm milking it for all it's worth. I don't care. How often do we get to do this? I'm milking it. I don't care. Yeah. So, yeah, we should be at home to Tottenham, mid-table side like them. They've got a couple of tidy players, you know, the likes of Son. So yeah, I mean they're an okay side, you know, but we should beat them.
They do have also going to our benefit. They have the first leg of the European Europa League round of 32 on Thursday, so short turnaround, and I believe it's away.
Yeah, I don't know who they're playing, but if they're away from home, that's good because they're traveling.
Let me look it up here because that's kind of important. Yeah. They're playing. Who is this?
Please be far away, Eastern Europe or Greece or someplace.
Wolfsburg AC.
Oh, Germany. Okay. Yeah, Germany, not too far, but still, look, it's away and it's an evening game. It's a Thursday evening game that they have to play, then fly back and play us on Sunday. So, and you never know, they might pick up a couple of more injuries, or Ndombele goes down or something like that. Yeah, where's Wally? Wally,
Switzerland. It's Switzerland. Oh. Okay.
What?
It's actually in Switzerland.
Wolfsburg?
I guess, according to Danny.
No, Wolfsburg. Fuck off.
No, they're Austria. They're Austria. Sorry.
So it's no Wolfsburg or German. It's not Wolfsburg then. It's somebody else they're playing.
Yeah, it's Wolfsburg AC.
Wolfsburger.
No, it's just WOLFSBERG. So.
Okay.
All right, then my Google's screwed.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They're off over in Europe. Playing someone on Thursday evening, so that's good. So yeah, I'm feeling good about this game. No, Tottenham are not playing great.
No.
I believe we have won 6 of our last 8 in the Premier League.
That I believe you're correct on that. Yeah, Tottenham in their last 5 are 1 win and 4 losses. So yeah, they are not playing well at the moment.
Sorry, I'm just not to put too much, but I'm absolutely certain Wally just had a wank. Right after that final whistle. Be honest, Wally. Where is he? So yeah, I just know when that Frederick's goal went in, Wally was just absolutely ecstatic.
I mean, what's crazy to think about this squad? I mean, you think about it. Our scorers today: Declan Rice, Issa Diop, and Ryan Fredericks.
That's who we are now. we do not have forwards and attacking midfielders who score goals. We have defensive midfielders and defenders who score goals. It's just the way it is, just how we are. So we're so dangerous on set pieces. You know, we're just so dangerous.
And I was telling you this. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. It's fine. I'm just rambling.
Oh no. All I was going to say is to add to that is we were talking about this beforehand. I had just seen a tweet. Chelsea scored again. But Aaron Cresswell is currently sitting in 5th in terms of the most assists in this league. Kane has 11, and he's leading the way. Grealish and De Bruyne are in 2nd and 3rd, both on 10. 4th is Bruno Fernandez at 9, and Aaron Cresswell sits in 5th with 6.
He's the first defender in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's having an unbelievable season.
He is. A lot of that damage was done from wing back. Oh, sorry. A lot of that damage was done from playing as the left centre back as he was tonight.
Yeah.
He picks up that position, that kind of deep inside left position. And the ball gets played back to him, and he's just got space and time. And his deliveries are so good. I mean, they're just on the money so often. He's just a brilliant crosser of a ball. Every time you see Cresswell put a ball in, it's just screaming, right, get on the end of that.
Yeah.
It's just screaming, attack that ball. It's just, he puts brilliant balls. There's no question he is easily the best set piece taker we have as regards deliveries into the box. And even from open play, his crosses are just fabulous. So every ball he puts in is just an attackable ball, where forwards just can get on the end of it. So and of course Souček, who's brilliant. So Cresswell, who I think we all thought was on a kind of downward spiral. It was in the winter of his career, or it's beginning to be at the winter of his career. He's not that old, but we felt like he was falling off, and it was time maybe for him to be replaced, and that he should just be the backup. But he's been transformed this season by Moyes. Again, really playing as the left centre back of a 3. But even when he switched to left back afterwards, he did a really decent job. I still think he's much better in the position he was in tonight than he is at left back. I still think we need a left back.
Ben Johnson might have that sorted though.
Ben Johnson was so good tonight.
What a match from him. I mean, if he can cover his left back, I mean, I'm fine with having our 2 left backs being Cresswell and Johnson, and on the right being Fredericks and Soufal right now. Fullbacks are not a position I am worried about at the moment.
No, it's amazing. And well, I mean, there were problem positions. We all kind of earmarked them pre-season that we needed players in those positions. Now, we did buy Kafal, so we did buy a right back. And thankfully, he's been absolutely sensational. It's just a real pity he couldn't finish that chance he had last night. He was one-on-one with Ramsdale, and
he's not used to.
Yeah, he just looked like a rabbit in the headlights, didn't he? Really, he was looking across desperately for somebody to be open so he could just pass the ball off. He really desperately wanted to pass it off, and bless him, there was nothing on in the end, and he had to shoot. But he did at least force a save from Ramsdale.
I'm surprised you're here and not watching Chelsea.
Nippon, he probably does have it on the background, in fairness.
I forget, for me to watch most matches, I have to play it on my computer or through one of my television apps.
Peach, my man! How you doing? Peach, great to see Peach in there.
Oh. I was like, what? Oh yeah, Timo Werner. Yeah, I saw that, but I mean, he's still
Werner. Yeah, it's about time.
Wholeheartedly, we got to talk about this. We got
to. Let's not be building any statues just yet, Nippon.
Yeah. If Lingard carries on like this, absolutely, we need to do everything we can to sign him.
Problem is, if he keeps playing like this, a number of teams will be looking to sign him.
Because I think regardless, he's out of favor in United. Even if he were to score like 10, 15 goals for us this season, I don't think he waltzes back into that United side. So, I mean, he's considered excess and can be sold.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not the issue. United selling him is a given. The issue is, will he like it enough at West Ham to turn down whatever other clubs are in for him?
Yeah.
Basically. And that's the hope, which basically means you've got to keep playing him.
Oh, so, I mean, the way he's playing, he deserves it. I remember when he was first announced, we were all concerned, like, who does he walk in for? And now we can't go a week without him. Like, he's almost integral at this point.
Yeah, he's just...
Well, Matthew, welcome back, and actually playing is a different thing.
Yeah, listen, Matthew, like, I understand that. Look, he's being diplomatic and he's not shutting the door on him. Of course, look, they'd be willing to take him back into the squad. Ole might not be desperate to sell him or anything. He's not a problem for the club, and he does have some talent. But he's not going to feature going forward for United in the first team. He'll struggle to make the first team squad, let's be honest. That would be his best case scenario. So Ole welcoming him back to the club is one thing. I don't doubt that. But he will not be welcoming him back into the first team. Let's put it that way. So Lingard's future absolutely does lay away from Old Trafford, and hopefully with us.
Yeah. And Danny, I have to disagree with you on this. He looked disappointed, but at the same time, as soon as Rice slotted away that penalty, he was the first one to be celebrating with him. So I think it's just, hello.
Reba, kind of busy. Kind of busy here. I think she's gonna settle down on my lap, so we're good, I think. Yeah, listen, no, I'm not worried about that. Look, Lingard is just one of those players, he wants to do everything. He wants to be involved in everything.
But at the same time, good for Rice for sticking his ground as captain and designated penalty.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Rice was absolutely correct to pull rank and say, excuse me, no. What are you doing? Like, go away. Well done on winning the penalty, but you're absolutely not taking this.
Nippon, by the way, that is last season's home.
Oh, this is one that I just sent to you, Chris.
Yes, thank you.
That is currently winging its way to Chris, courtesy of Irish Tommy, because you couldn't get it posted from the UK over to you.
Yeah.
So
I tried to get in, take advantage of the M&M deal today, and
so this is last season's home kit. Home jersey. So if you're interested, Nippon, in switching teams, you can get this at M&M Direct for a very reasonable price. So and
then also I had just seen something. Apparently Rice had said he didn't want to upset Moyes by not taking the pen. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't buy that either. Rice was absolutely no way, no how giving up that penalty. No chance.
He wanted to prove himself, show that he is capable of taking the penalties.
And did. Slotted it beautifully inside the left-hand post.
We need to talk about that. West Ham finally get a penalty.
Oh my God. I know. We thought we had one early doors. Dawson absolutely fouled. No question about that. And then it turns out he's just marginally offside. And I was like, oh my God, we're actually going to go this whole season without a penalty. This is getting ridiculous now. I thought we've got no luck when it comes to penalties. But thank God we did get one later on that was unquestionable. Came from a mistake, obviously, from in possession from Sheffield United, and we were breaking on them. And it was Bowen who slipped in.
There you go. That one's for you,
Lingard. Tom. Yeah, I get you, Wally. Wally's double-handing himself. He's absolutely delighted with that Fredericks goal. So yeah, and obviously Lingard was put in through on goal by Bowen, and then just got completely upended. So we finally got our penalty, our first one of the season. Only took until the 15th of February.
Yeah, 24 matches in.
Yeah, and I just thought, having gotten it now, please don't miss it.
That's what. So a little bit for me, because I live over in the States, my stream is always slightly delayed. So
yeah,
I use I've talked about it before, but the OneFootball app on my phone, and it actually gives me score updates. So I get a notification of a goal probably about a minute before it actually happens, and so the ball, they're placing it at and about to take it, and I'm not getting anything. I'm like, oh shit, did he save it? Did he just sky it? What happened?
Oh, that's so annoying. Right?
Yeah.
No, that was the thing, and because obviously, look, we've never seen Declan Rice take a penalty ever. We didn't even know who was going to take it when we did get one, because normally Noble takes them, but he wasn't likely to be on the pitch unless we got the penalty very late on. So when it happened, I was like, okay, this will be interesting now. Who's going to come up for this? So I'm thinking, it's going to be maybe Bowen, maybe Rice, maybe Cresswell. And then obviously we saw that it was Rice. And I was like, okay, well, let's hope he's been practicing these. And it seems like he was. He slotted it away beautifully. Well,
the one that was nearly a penalty, the first one, off of the Rice free kick. That's a hell of a free kick as well.
Yeah, absolute peach. We're just so dangerous from dead balls.
Yeah,
we're just so dangerous, and it's not like Sheffield United aren't strong in the air or aren't good defensively. Sheffield United are well drilled. They got tall players, strong players. They defend very well, and even they couldn't handle us on set pieces. It was. We're amazing on set pieces. I mean, it's brilliant to see.
And also, we need to give a special shout out. Fabianski was a beast tonight. That was a hell of a performance by him.
Yeah, he had his best game in a long time.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, Fabianski's very well.
If Tim's in here, I want to hear him make an excuse about how he doesn't like Fabianski after that game.
Yeah, Tim was begrudgingly kind of like, okay, fine, he played well. Because Tim hates all goalkeepers. But yeah, look, to be fair, this season, Fabianski has probably been as well protected as he's been in his entire career. He hasn't been peppered with shots whatsoever. But tonight, he did actually have to face a few difficult ones, and he dealt with them brilliantly. So it's nice to know that when he does get called on, that Fabianski is still an excellent shot stopper. So, yeah, he had a great game tonight, Fabianski, and was this close to getting my man of the match. This close.
Yeah.
I thought it was superb. I have to say this. I tweeted about it, and I know you saw it because you liked it.
I'm proud. Yeah.
I'm my next jersey. I may just, for shits and giggles, put 5 Dawson on the back. What the fuck? Who is this dude?
The fact this season, man, we came into this season expecting to be probably relegated, and signing Craig Dawson, who had his previous 2 teams that he was on had been relegated. And we're like, oh, this is such a shit buy, or loan. Why are we picking him up? And he's turned out to be the bargain of the century.
It's like, what's going on? Who is this player? It's not like I don't know who he is. I know who Craig Dawson is. I've seen him play.
The fact
I've seen him plenty times for Watford.
Our defense has been transformed by, what was it, $4 million for Soufal and a $2 million or £2 million loan move for Craig Dawson.
Yeah, I think we'll end up paying 5 for Kufal and a 2 million loan. So for 7 million quid,
defense.
Our fucking defense has turned into prime AC Milan. Like,
incredible!
It's ridiculous. It's like
Ogbana as well today.
Ogbana has been, for me, very possibly the best centre back in the league this season.
I agree.
Right, he's up there with the very, very best centre backs all season in the league. He's just like a fine wine. He just gets better every season. And Dawson comes in tonight. Dawson played alongside Diop, who, let's be honest, can be a bit of a donkey.
We need to talk about him a little bit.
And Diop can get caught out of position. He can lose concentration a bit and get caught out of position, and you end up kind of scrambling. But Dawson tonight, even alongside Diop, so even with no with no Ogbana there, with no Balbuena, who's also a very experienced, gritty centre back, Dawson again, just an absolute leader. Yeah. Absolute leader back there, marshalling the defense, constantly talking, organizing, instructing. Just what a job he's done. Just unbelievable.
Our defense legitimately looks like it's come out of a top 6 side. And it's come at bargain deals. I mean, Cresswell isn't on much.
Yeah, look, Cresswell was 6 million back a few years ago when we signed him, right?
Yeah.
So cheap. Ogbana, I can't remember quite. It was in the same ballpark.
I was going to say it was the season.
Slightly more
before I became a West Ham fan.
Ogbana wasn't much. Ogbana was 7 or 8. Dawson 2 million for the season on loan, and then Kufel on the other side like 5.
Yeah,
and of course tonight we had Ben Johnson in there as well because we were playing wing backs, and he's an academy product. It cost whatever it costs to produce him through the academy, a couple of million quid. So. Or a few 100,000, whatever it might be. But and we're unbelievably stingy at the back.
Yeah.
Just unbelievably stingy. We're so hard to score against. And obviously, look, we can't say that without mentioning the contribution of our absolutely unbelievable central midfield pairing. Declan Rice and Thomas Souček. They're unbelievably good. As a pairing in the Premier League, they're as good as any kind of defensive midfield pairing in the league. And they offer a huge protection for that back 4 as well. It's very hard for any team to come down the middle against us and get through the middle because, they come up against these 2 absolute rocks in Rice and Souček. So our whole season, frankly, is, the success we're having is largely based on those players, whether it's the wing-back system or the flat-back 4. We've worked very well in both systems. So Fabianski, the back 4, Rice and Souček. I mean, that's the foundation of our success all season.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how long Ogbana is going to be out, but we do need to talk about Diop. I know that he's been not played since he got COVID, really. So I will give him a little bit of a pass that he's rusty, but that first half I was not impressed. The second half changed it, especially with the goal. I think the goal helped boost his confidence, but the first half, I've made this complaint about him in the past before, and I saw the exact same things in the first half, that when he gets the ball, he just almost looks like he panics and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, at times he does look a bit kind of panicky, doesn't he? He's a bit rash. Needs to calm down a little bit. But but I thought he grew into the game, in fairness. he did grow into the game as it went on. I thought he settled down. But like you say, it's hard to be harsh on him because he hasn't played much. So, I remember when Ogbana got back in the team last season. It was early last season. Ogbana wasn't playing. He was on the bench. And when he came back in, his first 3 or 4 games, he was really shaky, Ogbana. And a lot of fans were on Twitter calling for Ogbana to be dropped to the bench again.
Yeah.
Because he was making mistakes and he looked really edgy and, and he looked really dodgy. But he just, as the games went on, Ogbana just got better and better and better and better. So the same, I'm sure, would happen with Diop. If he got a run of games, I think he would continue to kind of steady himself and would get better and better. No, I don't think he'll ever be as good as Ogbana, but I think he would be kind of solid. But yeah, it's possible. If Balbuena is available for the Spurs game, maybe we see Balbuena. I don't know. I don't know what Moyes thinks there, but I think give him a couple of games. He hasn't played much. Let's see if he can settle into it again.
Yeah, and if Diop can come in and kind of solidify himself again, I mean, you think about it. We've all been it started off with Ogbana and Balbuena, or no, Diop. Then and Diop looked fine. He got COVID. Balbuena comes in. He's massive. He gets injured. So Dawson comes in. Dawson's now our rock. Diop comes back in for Ogbana, and he's doing well. We don't have to worry about center backs. This is crazy. Our defense is actually sorted. I think that the lasting legacy for me from Moyes at the moment is he has transformed our defense into actually a formidable force.
Yeah, it's like we've got 4 centre backs, and you can just throw any 2 of the 4 in.
Yeah,
and we'll be fine. And it's Rebecca is here.
Yes, I
know. So yeah, I believe we have a birthday girl.
Oh, yes, and
officially. Sorry, I didn't get to you, Rebecca, but officially now, happy birthday, and I hope it was awesome.
And also, we need to mention that tweet from Antonio. What the hell was that?
What's he doing? It's like, dude, come on. Nobody wants to hear about your willy. Stop it.
Yeah,
Now look, he's Did
you see the tweet that I had sent you though? I forwarded to you about that with him being injured. I gotta find it again. Someone said
earlier.
Yeah, it looks like someone went too far last night. Probably cracked a hip on the finish, and that's why he wasn't able to play.
Yeah. The less we know about that, let's have that be between him and the medical staff. Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, the less we know about that, the better. But now he did fail a late fitness test today, so by the time next Sunday midday swings around, that would suggest he'll definitely at least be on the bench.
Yeah, what do you do for the Spurs match with regards to Antonio? Do you start him right away, or do you put him on the bench and kind of keep what we had with the false front 9 or front 3?
Yeah, it's tempting to do that again
because it worked. It worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Rebecca.
And Neil, I am not pulling up your comment, but it is hilarious.
Was that Rebecca?
No, Neil's.
Where's Neil?
Next step is to be.
Oh yeah.
I'm not pulling that one up. I'm not pulling out.
That seems optimistic, Neil. So
I just don't want the video to be flagged for any reason for that comment.
No, he'll get our video taken down. Yeah. So anyway, look, next Sunday. See, the thing is, he probably can go from the start because he hasn't been out long. It's not like it was a long layoff, and he needs to kind of recover lots of match fitness. He hasn't missed much, so yeah, he can come back in if he's fully recovered. Look, the fact he failed a late fitness test tonight obviously means right now he can't go. But we're talking about another 6 days.
Yeah.
Which means in 6 days he can go. So if I'd be honest, if we could get a good 60 minutes out of him, I would go for it.
Yeah. I will say one thing I wished tonight was...
But I would still have Lingard on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One thing I wish that we would have done tonight, and someone had commented earlier about how Moyes got it tactically right with the substitutions we made. I wish we would have seen Udabeko fit. He needs to get that match time. It's no good for him just riding the bench. If we want to potentially bring him into the fold, like I think that it looks like we're trying to do, he needs more match time. And that was the match to do it.
Yeah, but look, you know how Moyes is when it comes to youngsters or young players who've just joined the club that he's just bought. He does tend to introduce them very slowly. He tends to be very cautious in how he brings them in. So I'm not surprised at what he's doing. Obviously, look, Chris, you know I'm a huge fan of Odebeko.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I think he has a really big future. And I still think that. And the fact that he's on the bench now, I think Moyes really likes him, clearly. I mean, look, it was Afolayan. Listen, it was Afolayan who got loaned out, and not Odebeko, right? So, and Odebeko's the one sitting on the bench right now. So clearly, Moyes likes him. So, I think we will see him, but I think it's just going to be another one of those slow burns, where Moyes just very gradually brings him in. But yeah, it was frustrating not to see him tonight because I think you and I both really like him a lot and are just eager to see him play and score his first goal for the club. But it'll come.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with the resting of Ben Rama. One thing that you and I had briefly touched or were talking about before the stream is that there's still dead wood at this club. I hate to say it. I would, if I'm offered anything for Lanzini in the summer, I would take it. He's not made it for it anymore. I don't know if it's the injury. I don't know if it's the way we play. Lanzini just isn't cutting it anymore. I think that from here on out, Lanzini should be reserved to just a substitute, and Ben Rama should come in for him full time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I hope Ben Rama starts against Tottenham in place of Lanzini.
He should.
Yeah.
Or Fornals. What am I thinking? I forgot about Fornals entirely too.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I love Fornals. I won't be surprised if Moyes brings Fornals back in away from home against Tottenham, which you might see as a more dangerous, obviously, opponent. And we're away from home. If he was to drop Lanzini for Fornals, that would not surprise me. But certainly I would like to see Lanzini taken out. I don't think he's the same player either, Chris. Even though he's only 28, but he has lost a step. I think, yeah. It's a shame because I really like Lanzini.
That injury in preparation for the World Cup a few years back just derailed his
injury. That really changed his whole career, that one injury. It's a pity because it was at the time, I mean, he was playing unbelievable stuff.
I mean, he was getting shots from Liverpool.
Yeah. I mean, look, obviously Sunday, if we're talking Sunday, it depends. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if Moyes persists with the wingbacks on Sunday.
That's one thing I wanted to talk about too, with regards to the Tottenham match. You had mentioned it after the Liverpool match, and I'd seen you tweet about it again based on Liverpool's form. Tottenham's form is the exact same way. We cannot go into that match the way we did against Liverpool, kind of like, all right, it's a big team. We have to be careful. We have to go for it.
100%. If Antonio does not play, we cannot play with Fornals or Lanzini. We have got to have trickery and pace.
Yep.
And players that can hurt them. So we have got to have, especially if we're playing with wing backs, we have to have Lingard, we have to have Ben Rama, have to have Bowen. We've got to have those three running at them, giving them real problems at the back. And obviously then we can get Kofal and Johnson down the wings putting crosses in, and we can get Cresswell from that deeper line position, putting some deliveries in as well. And obviously, we'll be able to really hurt Tottenham at set pieces anytime from a dead ball situation. So, if we're going to persist with wing backs, it's got to be Benrahma and Lingard and Bowen. It has to be. Now, I'm hoping Antonio will start because Antonio loves playing against Tottenham. Tends to play really well against Tottenham and scores against them. So if he's ready, then it'll be interesting to see what other two you play there if we're going to go with wing backs. I mean, I feel, to be honest, I feel like if Antonio's good to go next Sunday, that we have to revert to a flat back four.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get support up there for him. And, if we're playing wing backs and we have Antonio playing up top, then behind him, you're only talking about two, which would probably be Lingard and Bowen. I just don't know if that's enough on the counter.
Yeah.
I against Tottenham, especially Harry Kane's out, isn't he? So he's not.
That's
available.
what I'm right now.
I think Harry Kane is still injured. So, they pose less of a goal threat than normal. It's just Son, really, that you really have to worry about. Now, obviously, as well, it depends on who is up there with him. But, I'd be quite happy for a flat back four if Antonio was playing.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been just as stingy with a flat back four anyway, defensively. So, I'd be fine with that. Put an extra body in midfield, where I think we're going to need it against Tottenham.
Yeah, Harry Kane is injured. Son actually just picked up an ankle knock in the last few days. So that bodes well potentially for us.
Yeah, so if
well, apparently Kane is back. Shit.
Did he play against City?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but you see, look, I don't want Moyes to do this thing again where he goes ultra defensive against these teams. Do you know, he feels like, I'm playing a big team now, good side, and I'm going to go really, really defensive. So I hope he doesn't do that. I'd be, if Antonio's playing, I'd rather see us in a flat back four. I really would. Let's get some extra attack midfielders in there just to meet them in midfield, because Mourinho is defensively minded anyway. So Tottenham will actually be quite happy to play on the counter.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, I know what Mark is saying. Mark English saying Tottenham aren't a big team. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you, but I guarantee you Moyes sees them as a big team and as a top four kind of style team and as a big threat. And I'll bet you he will get ultra defensive against them. And I don't want him to do that. So that's what I'm saying.
Mark, by the way, if you're referring to Tottenham are not really in form. The last 5, they've lost 4. So
Tottenham's form is horrible.
Yeah, and then like we.
I think he's talking about us.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say.
In fairness, I think he's talking about us, not Tottenham. Yeah, no, we are. We've got some injuries. Nothing terrible. Let's be honest. It's not like we have a huge spate of injuries. Tonight's team, it would have been nice to have Ogbana available, and it would have been nice to have Antonio available. After that, we're good. So we don't have huge injuries.
Someone had just mentioned this too, that Tottenham are leaking a lot of goals as of late.
Yeah.
And they are. The last few matches, let's see here. They let Everton score 5, City score 3. Their last win was actually last Sunday. Not last Sunday, the 7th. So, and before that, they went 3 matches without a win. So,
yeah, it'll be an interesting game. Obviously, it's tough, but we're at home. We really ought to get on the front foot and get after them. Listen, they're going to be fragile. You know what I mean? Like, they're on a very poor run of form. Their confidence is very fragile. So, if we can start quickly against them,
Nippon, no.
No, Nippon. He's not even close at the moment.
One match. Played one match in like 6 months almost. So.
Yeah, he hasn't been great, Nippon. To be honest, he can't get in the side. There were times he was struggling to get on the bench. He's a bit mistake prone still. He hasn't progressed this season the way we had hoped he would.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so I'm afraid at the moment, Nippon, he's nowhere near the French squad.
And then, as Rob says too, there's too many good French center backs at the moment.
Yeah, France are loaded with really good centre backs, so he's nowhere near it. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes, yeah, yeah. I don't know if we want to try that again.
Yeah, I know. I don't want the heartache. I don't want the.
Oh, Jesus, no. So yeah, no. I think let's step on some toes next Sunday when it comes to Tottenham, because like I said, their confidence is really fragile. So if we start well and we get an early lead, Tottenham are the kind of team now that mentally might crumble. You know, it could fall apart if we take a lead and we're on top. They are not in a good place right now. They're losing a lot of games, so we need to be really positive on Sunday. And I really want to see us make a fast start and really get after them early and say, right, these guys are not in a good place mentally. Now let's go out there and crush them. Let's go out and put them on the back foot immediately and make sure that let's not give them an early lead, for example, where they're playing really well. They go 1-0 up, and now their tails are up and they're feeling good about themselves. You know, we need to get on them straight away.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Someone had said earlier that this is going to be a big test for us. And I had mentioned it too, saying that we have a couple potential 6-point swings here with Tottenham, obviously on Sunday, and then City next, and then we have Leeds and then United. Leeds, I don't want to say that should be a win, or like that should be a win, but never take anything for granted.
No,
I think legitimately we could probably get the other 3 matches. I think we could get at least, I think it's wholeheartedly possible to get 5-6 points.
Yeah, it is possible because, I mean, look, at the end of it, we're very hard to score against. So, you know, to beat us, you have to work really hard, and you're going to have to score probably at least a couple of goals. So, yeah, I'm positive. I have to be positive. Look where we are in the league. I mean, this is not a flash in the pan now. You know, we've played a lot of games, and we are where we are on merit. So, yeah, at home to Leeds, I mean, what do we have to fear, really? I mean, we give them not on the scoreboard, but really, we give them a bit of a pasting up at Elland Road. I mean, we were much the better team up there against Leeds, and we should have won by a much bigger margin. So I'll be confident in the Leeds game. Obviously, look, Tottenham, why would we fear them right now? Obviously, we know they've got some very good players. And yes, of course, it's a game we could lose. But every game in the Premier League is a game you can lose. It's a crazy league. It's so competitive. But,
especially this season.
Yeah, but we've shown, you know, that we're a very good side. And I don't doubt that Tottenham game, you know, we'll give as good as we get in that one. And you know, fingers crossed, you know, we can nick a win there.
Yeah, because the match is at home.
Yeah, it was 3-3 away.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a London derby against a team that we hate so much, and it's at home. And on top of that, we're coming off the legacy of the 3-3 game now against them.
Yep.
So, I mean, and they're in bad form. This one should be a win.
Yeah, hand on heart. Like, I don't care if, you know, I don't see Tottenham as a particularly big team. I think, you know, their form is horrible. So yeah, let's stick our boot in their neck.
Yeah,
and let's shove their fucking face into the mud. You know.
I have a question for you here. I guarantee you, I know the answer from this from you, but does Ogbana deserve a call up for Italy?
He's in the Italy squad. Well, when he's not injured. Yeah, Nippon, he was already called up earlier this season because his form was so brilliant.
Cheers, Nippon.
So, yeah, cheers, bud. We all hate Tottenham, let's be honest. If there's one thing that can bring the likes of West Ham, Chelsea, Arsenal, together. It's their absolute hatred of Tottenham. So yeah, I think. What was the question?
Does Ogbana deserve a call up for Italy?
Yeah, he's in the Italy squad. So he got called up early this season because he was so good. Unfortunately, picked up this injury now. So I hope he'll be back in time for the internationals where he can rejoin the Italy squad. But yes, Nippon, 100%. He's an absolutely superb centre back, and is playing form-wise this season has been as good as any centre back in Europe, and with his consistent performances. So yeah, he does deserve to be in the Italy squad. He is in the Italy squad, and long may it last.
That's an interesting statement, but okay.
Well, fair enough. That's a personal thing. I'm sure maybe you have your own personal reasons, Nippon, but at West Ham, we probably, when it comes to London clubs, certainly the younger fans hate Tottenham more than they hate anybody else. I'm a little bit older. I still hate Millwall the most, but
I've yet to experience West Ham Millwall.
Yeah, I've done it firsthand. I've seen West Ham Millwall firsthand in person at Upton Park, and I still hate them more than anything. It's that rivalry is absolutely vicious and genuinely strong hatred. Like just despise each other really back in the day. It's cool. I bet you that there would be
answer. I like it.
No, look. I'm sure there are young Millwall fans who hate some other team more than they hate West Ham because they just, because obviously they're shit and they don't get to play us that often because we're a Premier League team. So yeah, we don't play them that. But listen, cast your mind back, Chris. I don't know if you remember 2009, the League Cup game at Upton Park when we drew them in the cup. If you wanted to know if that hatred has died, 2009 told you absolutely not.
That's still that 6 years before I even supported the club.
Well, I'll tell you, go back and look on YouTube and look at the highlights. That hatred is alive and well.
2009, I was 12.
Yeah. Well, go look at it on YouTube. So look at the highlights of West Ham versus Millwall in the League Cup 2009. The hatred is alive and well, believe me. And if you want electric atmosphere, West Ham Millwall. Chris, why do you think on Twitter every time there's a fucking draw for the cup, Carabao Cup or FA Cup, and West Ham, we're all on Twitter saying, please give us Millwall. That was a absolutely brutal rivalry. I mean, West Ham Millwall fans used to, hand on heart, generally kick the shit out of each other.
Comparatively speaking, then it sounds like, for me at least, it's Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah,
that rivalry.
Yeah, it's just a deep down hatred.
Where it runs so. I don't know if anyone here knows anything about that rivalry. I know we're talking Premier League, but backstory, basically, Ohio State, Michigan, we've hated each other for well over 100 years now. It goes to we've only lost 2 games to them in the 21st century. This year, though, they just basically surrendered. They waved the white flag because of COVID.
Trust me, Chris. Trust me, Chris. If by some freak of nature, Millwall get promoted to the Premier League, or if we draw them in the cup, all you younger fans who don't know will find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out what West Ham Millwall is all about. And it will put any thoughts you had about your hatred for Tottenham very much on the back burner. And then you will realize, like, holy shit, West Ham Millwall is a whole different animal.
Yeah. Growing up just outside of Central Ohio, or right outside of Columbus, though, basically what they do on campus is in the build up to the Ohio State Michigan match, is people go around on campus and every M you see, it'll be taped over. That's how much we hate them. Like, just no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you get it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just that we don't play. It's just that we never play Millwall.
Yeah.
So people forget. Younger fans kind of forget. It fades from the memory. But for us older fans, trust me, I have memories in here from when I was young on the North Bank at Upton Park, and trust me, I know all about it.
Wally, I don't know. I don't like that you're a Michigan fan. But yeah. So yeah, are you feeling confident for the Tottenham match then? Would you say that
Yeah, I think we're going to beat them.
Yeah.
Hand on heart, I think we're going to beat them.
Do you have a scoreline prediction?
Well, look, we're not exactly free scoring. Let's not pretend otherwise.
Yeah.
We don't. No, okay, we got 3 tonight, but we don't do that too often. So I think it will be close, but we don't concede very many, and I think we'll be able to really frustrate Tottenham. So I think we win it 2-1.
I'm going to go similar scoreline. I'm going to go 3-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can attest, I had said today, I was never anticipating Rice to score, first of all, but today I predicted 2-1.
Well, yeah, because we did not expect a penalty. That's why. Yeah.
It's more knives, lead pipes, and chains. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do some research on Ohio State, Michigan. Yeah, it used to get bloody back in the 60s and 70s. Legendary coach Woody Hayes was fired because he not Michigan, but he punched a Clemson player in the head at the very end of the game after losing. He got fired for that.
Why would you fire him for it? Should be given a raise or something. Yeah, but no, I think we can take Tottenham.
I do too. I don't want to say it's a hands down guarantee because obviously, like you had said, nothing's a guarantee in this league, especially this year. But I would put money on this. I would put money on a West Ham win.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I know 2-1 is the kind of go-to, but I just don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We don't concede many and we don't score that many, really. Yeah. So I think it will be low-ish scoring. I don't see it being another 3-3.
No. I think that was a one-off.
That was a mental game.
Really quickly too. Did you see the Premier League Twitter account ask if the Leicester comeback was the greatest or the best comeback of the comeback win of the season, or the just best comeback season? It was like, are you forgetting about West Ham Tottenham?
No, I didn't see the tweet. I didn't see the tweet this weekend. But no, it's not. I mean, are they seriously asking that question after what happened?
They threw in the caveat of, was it the best comeback win? Sure.
Well, if they said comeback win, maybe.
But still, I mean, I think that draw is still bigger than any comeback win.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3-0 to Tottenham when the clock hit 82 minutes.
Yeah, and they only came from 1-0 down.
Was it? Yeah, and was it? How many minutes later were we at 3-3? It was less than 10, wasn't it?
We had 8 when it was 3-0 the 82nd minute.
Yeah, 82nd minute when the clock hit 82 minutes. It was 3-0 Tottenham, and I think our third goal was in what minute? 80.
I think it was like the 90th plus second minute or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes. We brought it back to 3-3.
So
12 minutes, whatever. Yeah, still they're from 3-0 down, and 12 minutes later to be 3-3.
Wonder strike like that,
and to do it like that with virtually the last kick of the game, for an absolute screamer from Lanzini into the top corner. It was 25 yards. What a way to fucking equalize. Oh, Tottenham were so sick. It was brilliant.
It is funny though with this when he's talking about Bale here. There was actually a news report this week that apparently Jose Mourinho called up the president of Real Madrid and said that he regrets bringing Bale to Tottenham.
Yeah, well, look, he's had no impact whatsoever. So anyway, that's Tottenham's problem. I don't give a shit.
I love it.
Fantastic, because I remember all the Tottenham fans giving it large. And remember they got Bale signed up. We're going to win the league. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. You're the third best team in London right now. Barely third.
Yeah. So, Yeah.
I remember one of the tweets too. Someone had said, they bring on Lanzini, we bring on Bale. We are not the same.
I know, yeah.
Uh,
That aged well.
yeah, aged like fine milk.
Yeah. Fucking. Look, Tottenham fans are just brilliant. I hope they tweet more.
Yeah.
They just embarrass themselves all the time, and so this just such a fucking shit club. Like their fans have these delusions of grandeur. They think they're this big club, and they're not. They never have been. They never will be. They're just Tottenham. They're a fucking embarrassment.
Well, listen, mate. Do you have any final words for about this match or upcoming matches?
Just want to say, Jesse Lingard was absolutely brilliant again. Man of the match for me. He's one of those players. It's a pity there wasn't a crowd in the ground. Could you imagine if we had like 60,000 in there, every time Lingard got the ball, you'd probably hear the kind of anticipation of the people drawing in their breath, just thinking something's going to happen. He's going to do something. It's like we haven't had that really since Payet, have we? Like a player, and I'm not saying he's as good as Payet because he's not, but a player who can really make something happen, has that little bit of magic in his feet. And it's great to have one again in Lingard for the rest of the season. Where when he gets the ball and turns and he starts running at a defense, you just, immediately kind of sit up, you sit forward and you think, oh, he's going to do something. This something could happen here. This could lead to a goal. And it's great. It's great to have a player on the pitch like that now again. And hopefully we'll see more of that next week against Tottenham.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I hope that we can sign him on a permanent basis in the summer. I mean, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, he's just a live wire.
And for me too, I mean, it goes without saying, but another hell of a match from Declan Rice and Souček. Rice especially. I mean, it's just at this point you don't even need to mention their performances just because of how well they do.
Yeah, well, what do I call him? Rolls Rice.
Yep.
So, yeah, he was brilliant again. What a player we've got there. It'll be very, very difficult to hold on to him, unfortunately. So let's enjoy him while we have him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we get a Champions League or Europa League, I think he sticks around for another season.
Each game that goes by that we don't lose, Chris, I mean, our odds of qualifying for at least Europa League just go up and up and up.
I'm going to do that real quick.
Eventually you start running out of games. And we're getting to the point now where all of a sudden we're going to turn around and go, holy shit, there's 10 games left. And we're in 4th or 5th or whatever it is. Or something.
So 538, the polling firm, they also do data analysis about the Premier League. And this is without, no, they just updated this. Oh, before the match, sorry. They give us a 15% chance of qualifying for the Champions League. But that's above Tottenham. And of course, they still have Chelsea at 51%. So, I mean, it's
not sure where to get that from.
It's just on likelihood of victories in different matches.
Based on what? We've won as many games as Chelsea. We're level on points with them.
Yeah.
So sorry, fuck you. I'm sorry, I don't care. Listen, this is more shit. This is the name Chelsea. The name, because it's Chelsea. So 51% chance. The name West Ham, 15%. Suck on both of those. We're up there. We've won as many games as Chelsea. And when we play them again, there's every possibility we'll beat their asses. And we are toe-to-toe with them fighting for a Champions League spot. And who's to say we won't fucking beat them to it? So those odds, the difference between 51 and 15% there, they can stick up their arse. Because I don't buy that difference. I do not buy that. That's big club bias shit. That's nothing to do with any kind of serious analysis.
Well, I will say this, and regardless, you'll be happy about this. They give West Ham a 41% chance of winning against Tottenham. Tottenham a 33% chance and a draw of 26% chance.
Well, that looks about right, given the form.
Yeah. But, I mean, we are pushing for Champions League. It is crazy to say. I love Kufal's quote saying that if they finish 6th, that they'll go out and party. Like he's basically paying for everyone to go party. Imagine if we get into Champions League, they're going to throw a rager for a week.
I mean, can you imagine if we finished fucking 4th, Chris? That would be ridiculous, man.
So yeah, so much for breaking into the top 6. We're breaking into the top 4, bitches.
Yeah, that would be unbelievable. Like,
question: everyone expects us to dip in form. My question is why? It's not why should we? It's I think everyone sees how I think it's just a couple of factors. First of all, it's West Ham. We've never had this much sustained success. Not saying that it can't continue. It's just different. Second of all, it's because we have such a thin squad. But at the moment, today proved that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, listen, as long as we don't have too many injuries to key players, our form will continue. What we're doing is this is not a run of form. This is us. This is who we are. I mean, we've been doing this now for over 20 games. How many games have we played? 23?
24.
So 24 games now played. This is not some little run of form of 6 games. This is 24 games where we've been more or less consistently good with the odd anomaly where we play shite, right? Which happens every team. But in general, we have been very dogged, very physical, very tough, hard to beat, incredibly good on set pieces. And there's absolutely no reason to think that we won't continue to be all of those things. We've been doing it for 24 games. We can do it for another 14.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, even looking beyond Tottenham, we're away to City. Last time we played them, we drew 1-1. I mean, they have conceded 14 goals this season, and we've scored one of those goals. So, I mean, what's to say we can't get another point out of that?
Yeah, exactly. So we're in this thing, and we're not going away.
Yeah.
So anyone who expects us to just tumble down the table and finish in the bottom half, that is highly unlikely.
I did like the quote after the match, too, from Bruno Fernandez saying that West Ham simply is the best club in London right now, because it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea's had a recent uptick, but sorry, Nipun, but yes, we are the best club in London right now. Even if the result holds right now, Chelsea's only ahead of us because of goal difference. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, consistently in form, we've been the best club in London this season. So yeah, Nippon has a point. English Atalanta.
I'll take it.
Look. I think we're going to be in this hunt right through to the end of the season. Hand on heart, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction that going into our final 3 games, we'll still be in with a shout of a Champions League spot.
Yeah, I do too. I think we'll be hovering. I think in our last,
we'll be there or thereabouts.
I think. I think this is going to be a tight table to the finish.
Yeah, I don't think we're going away.
I think going into our last 3, if I were to make gut feeling right now, we're going to be sitting between 4th and 6th, with a chance to get in at 4th place.
Yeah,
Ben Davies. Yes, I mean hands down, yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, what do you have to do?
Yeah, if you can't get a new contract on this kind of performance,
yeah, like if you can't get a new contract after this, I mean, it's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, there's literally nothing Moyes can do at that point because they would be dead set on getting.
And listen, if we don't, there will be clubs lining up to hand him a contract.
Yeah, Moyes is due for a paycheck. Whether it'll be from, I hope it's from us, but if not, he's going to go to a top side.
Yeah, there will be plenty of suitors for him.
But listen, kind of gone over time a little bit.
Yep.
We will be back here on Sunday after the Tottenham match. It'll be bright and early for me. It'll be be 10 a.m. or a little bit before that. Let's continue this. I mean, I'm loving it at the moment. I imagine you are too.
Oh yeah, this is brilliant. So yeah, like you say, let's continue it on Sunday. Let's beat Tottenham and keep them mid-table where they belong, and let's keep our momentum going. And yeah, fingers crossed we can do that.
But listen, thank you everyone for joining us in the chat. As always, very supportive. Thank you for all the comments. This show is slowly growing. Matches like today, we're averaging like 30 some viewers concurrently. So we are growing, and for that we are very thankful. Tommy, thank you as always for joining me. We will see you back here on Sunday. Until then, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.